That's right. The city is taking time to honor some of the incredible trailblazers who helped shape the rich culture of New Orleans.
The Big Easy, home to some of the biggest names in sports,
Showtime,
music, and entertainment. New Orleans is a touchstone of culture, creativity, and community.
I want people to know that New Orleans is more than just food and Mardi Gras.
And now, Master P, the rapper turned music mogul famous for is making new ways to honor his hometown heroes.
1, 2, 3.
Unveiling the New Orleans Walk of Fame.
The Walk of Fame, how did this idea even start?
Well, you know, we have so many great trailblazers from our city. A lot of people didn't know Ellen DeGeneres was from here. Todd Graves or Anthony Mackie. They didn't know that these people was actually from New Orleans. We have to showcase that because I want the next generation to be inspired by what they see.
I want people to know that you can come from nothing to something here. You know, if you dream big.
Award-winning actor Wendell Pierce.
There's really no place like home. This is the beginning of everything for me. These are the people and the places and the culture that molded me and created who I am.
And owner of the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans, Gail Benson, who honored her late husband, Tom Benson.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Benson and Mrs. Gail Benson.
It's special for me to be able to honor Tom Benson because I met him when I was a 15-year-old kid. I was selling popcorn and I was like, Mr. Benson, one day I'm gonna own a business and I'm gonna do something big in the city. And we laughed about it. He's like, man, you could do it. I want young kids to see that you could come from poverty, you could come from the projects, and you could be successful.
The 54-year-old New Orleans native is not only honoring the greats of today, but also the legends who have been instrumental in New Orleans' musical roots.
What I do want to shine light on, and I thought that it was really important, is that there are some inductees that are actually going to get a posthumous star.
Yes.
How important is it to still remember those that really paved the way?
The ones that paved the way, we can't forget them. And it's my honor to be able to honor people like Louis Armstrong and all the greats.
Now, the first two people honored today, Mayor LaToya Cantrell, and then also Tom and Gail Benson's, the Saints and Pelicans owners. Now, some other names called today, actor Wendell Pierce, also Congressman Troy Carter, rapper Mia X, L. Copeland, the owner of Popeye's Chicken, along with Raising Cane's owner Todd Graves. Now, they are some of the first 50 culture bearers receiving these fleur-de-lis along Canal Street. Now, the fleur-de-lis designed by New Orleans native Brandon B. Mike Odoms. As we know, this initiative has been led by Percy Master P. Miller, the ambassador entertainer for our city. He told us about this months ago and says it just feels good to see this all coming together today. Take a listen.
Incredible. God is good. And this is for the real trailblazers from New Orleans. And we got to keep fighting. We got to keep persevering. We got to keep doing the right thing. And you can't stop God's plan. We're here to be here on Canal Street. And this is bigger than anything a kid that started selling popcorn in the Superdome to be able to give Mr. Benson and his wife a fleur-de-lis on Canal Street. This is pretty special.
The Nola Walk of Fame.
A ribbon cutting for the Nola Walk of Fame, an induction ceremony, an initiative led by entertainer and businessman Percy Master P. Miller.
Marshall Falk. Through his staunch dedication to improving quality of life for the next generation.
Mayor LaToya Cantrell, New Orleans' first female mayor, was also inducted into the Walk of Fame.
This has always been about the city of New Orleans.
The late Mayor Ernest Dutch Morial, who was the city's first black mayor, was also honored.
But in every instance, his focus was to make sure he was the first but not the last.
His son Mark, who later served as the city's mayor and now leads the National Urban League, was also inducted into the Walk of Fame.
And my hope is that our work and our life can be an inspiration for the next generation.
Actor and businessman Wendell Pierce received a plaque too.
This was just an idea, and so I do a lot of stuff at home and we come up with it, me and my wife. I was like, this is so needed for our city. We got so many great trailblazers that never get recognized.
The terrorist attack victims were honored. The family of Terrence Kennedy was present.
Putting a plaque on Canal Street.
He said he wanted to include us and recognize us for those who have lost their lives as well.
This recognition aside, many of the honorees say their work is far from over.
The work is not done. There's a regrettable backlash against the progress of civil rights in this nation right now.
Archie and Eli Manning, Congressman Troy Carter, former Congressman Cedric Richmond, Xavier President Emeritus Dr. Norman Francis, as well as the late Blaine Kern, Leah Chase, and Al Copeland are also among the NOLA Walk of Fame inductees.